Hey there everyone, welcome to the PHP series. I hope you are doing well and making most of this quarantine time. So let's get started. In this video, we will be checking out the read operation in the CRUD. So we will be fetching the data from the table and we will display it on the browser in a particular format. So let's see how to do that. So we will be displaying the data in this format, the registration details and all the columns inside the table. In my table, I have added some values. As you can see, there are 7 records which I have added with the help of that previous form which you have seen in the part 1 video. So if you have not seen that video, I'll just tell you to see that and then come to this part. So I'll be sharing the link in the description box below. So let's get started. Open the code and let's start how to fetch the data from the table on the browser. So I'll create a new file. Let's say the name is, let's save it with a name like showdata.php. And after that, we need to write some HTML code because I want to display it in this format. So this is a kind of a table format, which is usually how your data gets displayed on every website. So we will be displaying it in this tabular format only using Bootstrap. So let's see how to write it in Bootstrap. In previous video, we have just added some Bootstrap files. Let me add those files again. Just copy paste this. And here we go. We have all the files of Bootstrap. Now we will start creating the table. So I'll be writing the table tag. Oops, first of all, I need to write the body tag. And inside the body, I will write the table tag. And inside table, I'll be needing the TR, that is row, and then the columns. How many columns do I require? That will be the number of columns you have in your table. That is ID, first name, last name, username, and password. So in total, I need 5 columns. So you must have heard something about emmet. So I'll be using emmet to create this. So I'll write table, then this arrow mark, and then inside table, I need the TR tag. Inside it, I'll be needing TD into 4 because I'll be needing 4 or 5. Let me check. Yeah, it's 5. So I'll be needing 5 columns inside it. So you can see something is written here called emmet abbreviation. This is very important and you can check out emmet abbreviations and emmet cheat sheet on Google. So if you don't know that, I'll be sharing a separate video on emmet. So just wait for it. So if I click enter, I'll get this complete structure of the table. So I don't need to every time copy paste it and 5 times or 8 times. So it's very simple. You can use emmet. Now I will be writing the column names, whichever I want to display on the browser. So I'll be writing ID. In this column, I'll be writing the first name. And in the third column, let's say last name. Then we have username. And at the very last, we have password. So this will be displayed in the form of a table on my browser. But yet, this design will not be displayed there. So we need to use Bootstrap Classes to display it in this format. So let's go to the code again and we will write some Bootstrap classes inside my table. So before that, I'll be using a division, and inside this division, I'll write the class as container because I'm going to use grid system that we have used in the previous lecture also. So div, then I'll be using the grid that will take actually 12 or 6 columns. It's up to you. So I'll be writing col LG and then I'll be writing 12. You can write here 6 also. If you want to take a smaller area, so you can take 6 to write, and I will also use margin auto with it. So it will take care of the margins wherever necessary. I don't need to worry about that. So let's close this divisions. It's very important to close these divisions, otherwise there will be a problem. So in the table tag, I'll write the class of Bootstrap that is called table. So we have multiple classes to design table. We have table border, we have table split, we have table horizontal. So there are different kinds of Bootstrap classes for table. So you can check that on Google. I will be using here that the class is table, then I'll be using, it's bordered we can also use, but I'll be using stripped. So when I'm using the table stripped, it will show me it in the strip format. Like as you can see, it is in gray color. Then the second line is in white color, then again gray and white. So this is called stripped table. So I will use this class. You can design it in any way you want. So this is it. We have designed the class. Let's check this out if it is working fine. So your XAMPP should be on, and let's see this. So our file name is showdata.php. I'll go to that and I can check, yes, I got something, but the design is not yet appropriate. So let's go to this again and let's start it again. So before table, I'll be writing one h1 tag so that to give the heading to that will be registration and details. That's it. This will be the h1 tag, and you can also use the class as bg dark to write the gray color behind it. So I'll be writing bg dark. So this is also the class provided by Bootstrap. So this registration is coming in the gray box, and to make it white in color, I'll be writing text-white class as well. So if I refresh it, I'll get this. And if I want the text in center, I can write text center. So these are all the classes which you need to see and go through using Bootstrap. So these are the columns which I have: ID, name, username and password. So if I'm writing this class table stripped, so I'll get this. And now let's see how to write the PHP code to include the records into this table. So let's see. You will write the PHP tag inside it. And after that, you will be fetching the value. So you will write a simple query, say $Q equals to, the query to fetch all the data is select star from, and then the table name. My table name is user. And that's it, and press semicolon. Okay, now to execute this query, we will be needing the connection object, and the connection object is already created in this file that is called dbconnect. So we need to include that file here. So just write the code include. Oops, my mistake. It's include, and then the file name in double quotes or single quotes. So I'll write dbconnect.php. Just save it. And now I have the query select star from user, and I'm storing it in $Q. And after that, I'll execute this query by writing the query method, and that's it. Inside it, I will write the object, and there we go. So we have this query executed, and let's store the result in something called res. We will store the result here in some variable, and after that I will write a loop, let's say while loop, because I have multiple records in my table, so I need to loop through these records. So while loop, and then we will write a variable that, let's say $row equals to, and then we will call a method to loop through that records. That method is known as fetch_assoc. This method is called using this result object. So let's write result object here, and it's used to call this fetch assoc method, which will actually fetch your records, and one by one it will store it in this row variable. Now we can use this row variable. Let's just start this while loop, and I want to print it in the form of a table, that means rows and then the columns. So I will be writing the tr tag, and inside it I need 5 columns. So let's say I'll use emmet. So this is how I'm using emmet. It makes my code very easy and fast. So after that, here because I need to fetch the value from the table, I need to write some PHP code. So let's write PHP tags. Inside it I'll write echo, and then we will fetch, because every record is coming in this array called $row. I'll be writing this array variable and the key of that array, and the first key will be the first column which you want to print, that is ID. So let's write ID here, and that's it. I'll copy paste this PHP code in every column. Let's just copy paste it in all the 5 TD tags, and after that just change this, that first is first name. In my table I have F name, the column name is F name, and then the column name is L name, and then we have username, and then we have password. So after this, it's giving me a red error because we have not closed this curly braces. So let's just close it using a PHP tag again. So you can see this is very simple how to just fetch the values. So this is it, and we have included the while loop, and we have printed every record in the tabular format. So let's just check this out, and if I refresh this, so I got this data in the table format, but it is not coming in the stripped manner. Let me check why. We have used class stripped, but there is no P in the class name. So let's remove this and refresh our page. Yes, I got the result in the stripped format, and all the values are coming in the tabular format. So that's it for this video. And if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press that bell icon to get the latest notifications. Thank you.